Remarkable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions!
Good on Pepe! Goal! It doesn't get any better than that!
Hello and welcome to Game in Frame for our Sunday morning kickoff here between Brooklyn United and Brentwood Premier. We are here at the beautiful LIU Brooklyn campus at the Athletic Center, home of course of your Brooklyn United 2008 boys national team, who we are following in action here today. This match taking part here in the US Youth Soccer National League. This is the North Atlantic Conference in the first division. Well, we don't have a live standings for you. Bit of news here is that Stony Brook Blue leads the way on 10 points with 4 games played. Behind them, New York Hoda Bavarians and Stony Brook White are tied on 6. BKU rounds out for 4th place. All 3 of those teams just mentioned all on 2 games played, so possibilities to overtake Stony Brook Blue here in the coming weeks. Long Island Soccer Club and Northport Cow Harbor make up the next 2 spots. Brentwood, who you'll see in action here today against BKU, they are in 7th, followed behind by JA Elite, who make up the final place in the standings on 0 points. BKU took a draw against that top side, Stony Brook Blue, so good opportunity here to take points against a team still struggling to get going here in the season. Folks, we are going to be right back with live commentary. Our 2 teams are just finishing up their warm-ups and getting checked in with our team of referees. We are once again live from LIU here on Game in Frame, brought to you by Salt Athletic. We're going to keep it fresh and keep it moving here in just the next few minutes. Kickoff is imminent, so stick around. We'll be right back.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
And welcome back. Thank you for continuing to tune in. We are once again live here on Game and Frame from the LIU Athletic Center here in Brooklyn, following this match between the Brooklyn United 2008 Nationals boys squad against Brentwood Premier here in the US Youth Soccer National League North Atlantic Conference First Division. 17 boys, obviously 2008. Brooklyn United take the field in their white kits with purple numbers on the back. Brentwood Premier will be in black and white today, attacking from the right to the left. Brooklyn United going from left to right. As you would read your novels, we will see what the script has in store for us today as Brooklyn United kick us off. Horse and Dogger beginning possession here.
Vamos, Abrego. Con ganas,
Warren
papito.
in possession now, captaining the side this afternoon, or this morning into afternoon, I suppose. Quick go for Brentwood Premier, who are away and in the box and striking true.
Good job, Panchito.
And sub 60. Usain Bolt couldn't have done it quicker. Brooklyn United down 1-0.
Good stop.
Brooklyn United searching around for
Good job,
answers,
Panchito.
but just quick as lightning. Probably more lethal as well. Now they need to find themselves an answer. Shearder. And here's a high press from Brentwood Premier. Castellanos. Well, at some point we'll get you news of your starting lineup for Brooklyn United, but
Wesley.
action is a little too quick coming this morning. Given away by Brentwood Premier. Here's Dagan Waring. Wide for Ruszewski, cuts inside. Waring. Shearder stays wide. Now they find him. A touch past the defender, really nice. Flipped into the box. Not as clear before it had a chance to be dangerous. Corner for BKU, a quick answer perhaps. This will be Ruszewski to take. Castellanos and Jedi Scott hang back. Ruszewski to serve the in-swinger. This one will be met at the near post. Does Waring have a follow-up? No, his touch just a bit too far out. Cleared away. We'll find Castellanos, who lofts it back in. Not a clear once again. Suniga gets a shoulder to it. Gamboa Arsate, a beautiful sliding challenge, timed to perfection by Suniga. Does Ruszewski have the space? No, does not keep it in. Goal kick is the call.
You sure?
Just a moment to attend to a player left down by that crunch of a tackle by Suniga. Good step by Shearder, but the number 9 for Brentwood gets the turn just as well. And another burst of pace. Does he have it? No. Cleared away by the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper today for BKU, for longtime BKU supporters, will expect Aiden Duff to be between the sticks. He is, however, away on holiday. So it is Emil Chingrilion to be deputized in goal for your home Brooklynites. Distribution from Chingrilion out to Scott. Good line-breaking ball from Castellanos. Bruno Spampanato, devoid of options. Does win the throw, though. Doggart. Castellanos for Scott. Back into the middle. Great touch there. From Gamboa Arsate. Lays it for Doggart. Wide for Shearder. Has some space to go. Finds a beautiful run. Oh, just right in the stride of Quentin Smith. Couldn't bring it under control though.
Vamos, Diego.
Over the head of Doggart. Castellanos cleans it up. Shearder.
Es tuyo, Wesley. Es tuyo. Vamos, arriba.
All the way for Castellanos, who has a great turn on him. Leaves for Zuniga. Really well maintained. Brooklyn United under pressure. Really high press and a great turn to escape the press from Waring. Takes it past another. Alba runs out of breathing room at the last second. Has he left too much of a gap in the midfield now? Castellanos hanging with the striker for Brentwood Premier. But gets a shimmy past him. Flipped into the box, calmly and coolly collected by Aiden Duff. Distribution out once again for Scott. you have some room to run.
Tuyo,
Gives up
Wesley.
to Schurter.
Tuyo, Wesley.
Gembo Arsate.
Buen Esteban. Buen Esteban.
Take the turn. Throw.
No, la de afuera, mijo.
Oh, confusion there from Brentwood Premier about the out-of-bounds line. We are playing the blue line. It's faint, but it's there. Dogger gets tripped up there. Foul called. Quickly out, searching for Smith. Not going to find him. Hung too high. Castellanos. Leon now. Dogger with some space. Wide is Schurter if he can find him. Goes for Spompinato, brought to ground. Good hold-up play by the number 99. Twice as good as your regular 9, I suppose. Free kick here just about on the edge of the attacking third for Brooklyn United. Dagan Waring will line this one up. We'll clip it forward. Knotted down by Gamboa Arsate, just about at the feet of Rushevsky. It's nothing more than a ball in the goalkeeper's hands. Starting a high press, forcing the clearance. Jetta Scott can collect this calmly and restart the build-out. Dogger not feeling the pressure there. Striker away from Jedi Scott. Another ball into the box across the face of goal. Lightning very nearly striking twice for Brentwood Premier. This time, though, BKU able to avoid the punishing effects. They're keeping them on their toes, our Brentwood Premier. Good run into the middle by Gamboa Arsate. Now needs to find some sort of reinforcement. Still maintaining possession. Castellanos tries a no-nonsense hoof and hope, but away again come Brentwood Premier. Clearance by Doggett after a really good step into the attacker's space by Gamboa Arsate. But here comes Brentwood Premier once again. Castellanos picks his head up. Can he find something? Waring in the middle. Gamboa Arsate, Waring once again. Waring trying to cut away from defenders, has the strength to keep the ball under his feet. Schurter. Doggett now. Escaping the mixing blender of the center of the park that was for just a moment. Going for Jacob Siniga. Spompinato holding up. Gamboa Arsate trying to get a touch on the center back. Heading it well clear. Siniga overcommits. Now has to recover and does so very well. Premier with the throw now. Clearance by Castellanos. Well, it is still a young season so far for BKU. But they took a win over Northport Cal Harbor, 3-1, and then drew to Stony Brook Blue, 1-1. Yesterday it was against New York Hota Bavarians. Two-match weekend for this BKU 2018. Coming up for them, they have JA Elite, who hold the 8th position, Long Island Soccer Club, and then they will round out the season against Stony Brook White, two Stony Brook teams. So in the next few weeks, here's a shot collected by Emil Chamberlain. Whoa, there's my gut reaction. In the next couple of weeks here, BKU good opportunities to pick up points here in this U.S. Youth Soccer National League North Atlantic Division Conference. Suniga forcing a clearance from Castellanos. Spompinato can't get on the ball.
Abre.
Brentwood Premier opening up the space. Flipped long and found some really good space on the far side. Now into the middle they come. And they get past Castellanos, yes, but the incomparable Jedi Scott is there to clean up. Waring now on the ball. I say Waring, I meant Doggart, pardon. Scott. Zipping through the middle. This is Waring now. Good turn. Has Shearder. Elects to go instead the more Route 1 direction. Handball committed there by Ruszewski. Attempt there for Spampanato to get on the ball. He's had good service and good body shape. He's competing well physically. BKU likely hoping to get their number 9 on the ball a little more. A little more at his feet to help on that distribution. The ball through the middle and flipped out wide. Offside, the call. The BKU are going to want to track. Falls through the middle. Just been a few of those delayed runs, either from an in-cutting winger or from the centerman just changing his position. Either way. Yeah, look, Ash. Bruno. Shearder. Spampanato. Here he is with the ball at his feet, doing well with the hold up. Trying to flip it out wide. No one there though. Anticipating perhaps Quentin Smith to be in a bit of a wider position. We're gonna take a moment here as a late arrival will bring what looks to be a higher quality of goalie glove for Brentwood Premier's starting GK. We'll have the goal kick soon. Now possession restarts for Brentwood Premier. They got it all the way to Emil Chingerlian, who can distribute out to Scott and Chingerlian once again. Testing through the middle, Spampanato. It's not on his toes quite enough. Foul there committed by BKU. Free kick for
No subas tanto, que se fue el central. No subas tanto, se fue el central.
Wise to let that run and throw in for BKU. Rambo Arsate. Work some space. Finds Waring out the other way. Quentin Smith, good step. Oh, it's called a foul there. It looked to be an even contest all the way through, with Quentin Smith away in some space. Call from our center ref will be foul on Smith, however. Being down 1-0, that just feels like rubbing salt into the wound. But if you need a little more salt in your life, then our sponsor today is for you, Salt Athletic, who have created the world's freshest and most advanced cleat bag to save you and your loved ones from the post-match cleat odor and make for odor-free car rides at home. It is called the Air Case. It is available now and available with a special 10% off discount to the Game in Frame community. There's a QR code at the bottom of your screen currently. Go ahead and scan that as Brentwood Premier get the ball right on the outside of the 18 on the far side. Scan that QR code, get yourself 10% off, get yourself an air case, and keep it fresh with Salt Athletic.
No,
Boring.
Esteban, no, Esteban. Eso es suyo, Esteban.
Picks his head up, looks away, looks for Spampanato, can't evade the center back. Dogger going to contest for it in the air, it bounces down, controlled by Brentwood Premier. Good contest by Suniga, last touched by Brentwood Premier, so says the far side assistant referee. So BKU come away with the throw. Spampanato, good hold-up play once again. Gamboa Arsate with the ball, holding up well. Lacking options though. Had the run of Ryszewski and just calling for it. Good strength there by the center back for Brentwood Premier. Now playing it wide. Shearder with an all-important step there. Really good to punch his leg in. Warring on the ball. Lays it back for Scott. And Scott calmly back for Chingrilian.
Vamos, Wesley.
Chingrilian again. Spampanato checking in. Castellanos, though devoid of options, finds Gamboa Arsate. Suniga had continued his run. Has the throw. To the middle for Smith, taking it wide.
Wesley.
Possession changes hands.
Ábrete.
Here on the far side. Over the head of Doggart, Castellanos will contest. Laid back off the shin of Castellanos, they'll have another chance to flip it out. Scott just clears it long. Will it fall for Gamboa Arsate? No. Last touch by BKU. And away go Brentwood Premier. No, out of bounds. Throw for Brooklyn United. Spampanato, good touches, just couldn't keep it in. Early change, gearing up here for BKU. Otis O'Brien making his way towards the center line to announce his introduction. Turn and hit. Did not have enough sting on the ball to trouble Chingrilian, was trailing wide as well. Castellanos, Doggart, Suniga. Doggart regains possession, but they are immediately swallowed up by a sea of Brentwood Premier Black. Flipped out wide for an on-rushing fullback. Into the box it goes. Miscommunication. Warring, not able to get his foot on the ball. Another chance that does not have enough lethality to really trouble Chingrilian, but enough to really keep BKU on their toes to, ooh, that's gotta be, yep. Pax Gamboa Arsate will make way for Otis O'Brien, which will push Jedi Scott into the center of the park. And his first involvement as a centerman is a really good cutting ball through the lines to Ryszewski to win a corner. One take, no mistake. So now BKU from the dead ball have an opportunity. Otis O'Brien now moving his way up into the box, perhaps to add some height to the affair. Ryszewski, this one will hang. Otis O'Brien does get ahead to it. Spampanato trying to touch it down. Can he find a turn and shot? Yes, but it's deflected. Allowed to trickle out. Yeah, for another corner. Brentwood just gave that one up. Now on the far side, it will be Scott. The short option taken away swiftly. Curled in, Spampanato was lifting for it, but someone got there first from Brentwood Premier. Now it's a throw. Ping-ponging side to side, the ball. Doggart off his chest, Spampanato trying to cross it in, no one there. Ruszewski, Shearder, back to Spampanato. Cuts away from one defender, but cuts towards the end line and allows it to trickle out of bounds. Good defensive action there from Brentwood Premier to weather the storm. Good step and a great touch by Shearder, and he's away. The sliding challenge will get the ball to Waring, who's awaiting an opportunity and finds it. Ruszewski on his right, cutting back towards his left, perhaps to cross the ball in, clips it. Spampanato nods it. Oh, redirected it well. Just couldn't put it on frame. Tried to go for the delicate flick on into the back cobwebs. But better so far, and a takeaway. Waring, Doggart tries the left foot, sliding challenge, really well executed to deny Doggart a shot on goal. Shearder again, good patience. Brought on by the pressure created by Jedi Scott in the middle. Waring. Shearder. Still Shearder, yes, very good. Into the middle, oh, Spampanato once again. This time it's just lifted a bit high of the mark. They want a corner. They thought there was a deflection that forced the shot off target from Spampanato. Nothing doing, says the referee. Otis O'Brien got there well. Didn't get the right connection though. So it will be out of bounds for a Brentwood Premier throw. Seems to be the first time the ball has made its way this side of the half line in the past few minutes. Searching ball. Yeah, not enough space there. Well intended. Looks to be Eric Sko now, warming up on the far side, preparing his entrance for BKU. Scott, a great touch, right into the stride of Dagan Waring. Waring maintains possession, maintains it really well. Spampanato, hold up. Can he flip it out to Quinton Smith? Oh, a sliding effort is enough to deny the run. There is Smith now on the ball. Suniga wins another throw. Spampanato off his foot. Smith can't maintain. Scott comes away with the ball really nicely. Twisting, turning, getting a foul. A good opportunity to play this one into the danger area for BKU. Ruszewski, Spampanato will make their way up. Otis O'Brien, however, will maintain his spot on this occasion. Jedi Scott. It's a tempting ball for Ruszewski, goalkeeper out first though. Goalkeeper biding his time. Plays this one high and hanging. It bounces over the head of Suniga. Can't win it out of the air. Castellanos, though, on the second bounce, but perhaps on the third, fourth. Otis O'Brien. Whoa, yep. Tried for the clearance, and his first defensive action right outside the 18. This is going to be a free kick for Brentwood Premier. And they can set this one up right down Broadway. Center it comes. Jacob Suniga, in the meantime, will be dismissed from the match. Eric Sko takes over. Otis O'Brien will not go into the book. Evades the card on this occasion. Chingraleon and Scott setting up on the goal line. Strike is high. Goal kick for BKU. Still about 20 minutes to be played here in this first half of action. BKU still down 1-0 following a goal in the first minute of action from Brentwood Premier. Blink and you miss it type stuff. Scott comes away with the ball, just goes in full body, now loses it. Sko can't maintain. Wide they go, advancing with pace. Ball in and collected by Chingraleon. Holding on now, searching for someone to distribute it to. Finds O'Brien. And Castellanos. Doggart checking in. A good turn. Brentwood Premier have the throw. Long throw for the forward who's going to get there. Clips it up. Corner for Brentwood. This one is high and hanging and will fall. Oh, great save by Chingraleon. They maintain possession, cutting it back towards the box. Waring, long ball will find Spampinato. Lays it down, Ruszewski. Oh, took a touch too close into the defender, who rips it wide. Waring. Shearder. Scott for Castellanos. Waring starting a run, maybe just about at the back line. Smith for Spampinato, really well done, Spampinato! Keeper got a fingertip to it. It took a while, but finally, Spampinato and Smith combining well. Worth the wait it was, and now a corner for Ruszewski and BKU. Scott coming short. We'll get it. Ruszewski laid for his left foot. Good block there by Brentwood. Corner comes to nothing. Over-rehearsed, over-choreographed. Well, Ruszewski will go into the book for that one. Brentwood play it back to the keeper and swing it across. Good hold-up play from the number 10. Scott wins it aerially. Waring, Ruszewski. Dangerously. Back to Brentwood. Doggart tests a strike. Spampinato was onside and has the equalizer. Well, pressure either makes diamonds or it causes everything to fall apart, and BKU have kept the pressure on these past few minutes. Brentwood Premier have been equalized and neutralized here, and that will instill a sense of confidence in this home BKU team. Feeling themselves. Oh, not enough on it from Jedi Scott. Now an empty midfield, but Otis O'Brien, really good step there. Ruszewski cutting inside. Spampanato, once again, just not enough. O'Brien, good win out of the air. Schurter gets a little bit of a touch to it, but Brentwood still come away with the ball. Good physical contest there from Scott to win it as well. And a great step there by Jedi Scott. Doing everything defensively. Ruszewski, clearance deflected. One in the middle. A shot from Brentwood is high. So BKU restart. O'Brien pointed the finger from Jedi Scott, a good searching ball that Quentin Smith could get on the end of and does. It's Ruszewski who sent it. The throw controlled on the ground. Waring pushes them back. Clearance. Can fall for Schurter. Ball trying to curl it over the shoulder of Ruszewski. Just got a little too much drive on it. Jedi Scott, good step. Doggart, back into the middle for Scott. Turns. Eric Sko in an advanced position, trying to ball over the top for Doggart, who was making a nice run between the lines. Schurter, good win out of the air, but falls once again to the number 10, who has the pace, who has the skill, cutting across. Another shot for Brentwood, finds the inside of the post, kisses it home. Lightning striking twice for Brentwood Premier here in the first half. Coming away with speed and skill, and a ball across the face of goal. Once again smuggles it past Emil Chingrilian. And a second goal for Brentwood Premier to regain the lead here in the 34th minute. BKU get us going here again. Gabe Schurter. Scott hitting a hopeful. Again, it's just offline between BKU searching for a deep run from Quentin Smith. Scott coughs up possession. Goal kick here on the searching through ball from Brentwood Premier. Castellanos. Again, the wide areas are just clogged up. O'Brien clears. Felt Brentwood's lethal number 10 right on his back. High pressure from, oh, Brentwood Premier. Well, they are making their bread here with these strikes stinging across the face of net. I think they're 2-2 on getting it and not, so batting about 500 with something of a signature strike here. Shearder just giving it up there. And the number 10 away again, brought to ground by O'Brien. Nothing doing, says the referee. Clean that challenge. Gabe Shearder. Long ball. Will search for Ruszewski. No, it'll search for Spampinato. Has to be played out of bounds. Throw in here for BKU. What a challenge by Otis O'Brien. Timed with a Swiss watch. Ruszewski the throw now. Searching for Waring. Been a while since he's been able to dazzle. O'Brien, just a little bit of a bouncing ball for Scott. Hard to manage from far, from deep, and over the high mark. Oh, wouldn't that have been something to catch Chingerlian off the line? BKU really needing to regain some momentum here. O'Brien just cannot find Spampinato.
Good job, Niño. That's what you're doing, Niño. Niño, the midfield. Lost. Organizing.
Turning, twisting, cleared by O'Brien. Waring, it just bounces so unkindly for the midfielder. Brentwood Premier, good battle for possession there. Ruszewski does not win the throw. Good step by Shearder and clearance by Castellanos. Only does so much as to lift it. Cleared away again. All that BKU can do at the moment. An errant clearance and a good step by Doggart. Oh, but an even better one from Brentwood Premier. Ball lifted high once again. Shearder touches it down. Has pressure in his back. Throw conceded. Ruszewski gets it out. Foul throw is the call, however. Shearder for Spampinato. Again tries to flip it out. Quentin Smith has to recover and does. Gets on the ball. What can he perform 1v1 here? Tries to work some space, wins a corner. Another chance from a dead ball. The short option quickly taken away. Is there another one for SCO? No. A rise of the hands. Met at the near post. Not dealt with, parried downward. Castellanos. Oh. The number 10 from Brentwood Premier made enough of it to win the foul off Castellanos. Does look like it was fair contact, but credit, made it happen, made it look real. Caught the referee's eye, and now a free kick for Brentwood Premier. Met first by Sko. Waring, great touch there by Waring. Lifted for Spampinato, who nods it on. Can't nod it on into his own stride, though. So press comes from Smith. Doggart can't maintain possession after it landed off his head. Waring for Scott, who has some work to do to clean up. Just the pass is not quite online here in these past few minutes. Ruszewski on the ball now. Caught under his own step. Delicate footwork continues, but Doggart is there. Oh, foul called there. Once again, it looks like it's just Brentwood Premier making the most of it. So the distribution, looking for it line, it will bounce clear of the lines for Chingrilian. Scott for O'Brien. O'Brien too long on the ball. Doggart cleans up though. Shearder caught in possession. Caught with the physicality. Shearder wins aerially. BKU though caught on their heels. Ruszewski. Spampinato once again will search for Quinton Smith. Well, he's got the pace. Almost has the physicality as well. Throw for BKU. Sko. Smith. Sko. Spampinato. Goal kick. Quickly taken, triggering the press from Spampinato. It's a good press as well. Trap them in this near side. Castellanos needs to win this, doesn't, and somehow against the odds, Brentwood Premier have escaped the high press. Waring away. Oh, how does he do it? Dagan Waring. Gabe Shearder. Why not test one from distance? Oh, did enough to sting the palms of the goalkeeper, had to parry it downward. Well done by Shearder there to reintroduce some danger. Yeah, it has to be. Foul won by BKU. Quickly out. Spampinato rising for it. Cleared away. Waring touches it down very friendly for Brentwood Premier and off the foot of the striker from Castellanos for a BKU goal kick. Oh my. Not sure how. So it goes, I suppose. Corner is the call. So it will be a corner for Brentwood Premier. Floated in the mixer. Shot, goal! Too complacent from BKU, who tried to play their way out when what they needed was a more effective play around in the box. And right on the stroke of halftime, a 2-goal advantage, for Brentwood Premier. That one from the number 15. Up from the center mid position, hanging around in the dangerous area. And our last action of the first half sees Brooklyn United down 3-1 on a questionable corner call as well. Well, folks, that will do it for us here for the first half. More action to come from the LIU Brooklyn campus as well. We've got more coming up here on Game and Frame later this evening. 2 matches at 8 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. The first is Richmond County FC versus Doxa FC. Richmond County on a really hot run of form. And of course, your national amateur champions will be in action tonight as the Pancyprian Freedoms take on Kid Super Samba AC. Once again, that is on 8 p.m. here on Game and Frame. Thank you again to Salt Athletic for sponsoring us this broadcast. We're going to see you for the second half of action. Keep it here, keep it fresh, keep it on Game and Frame. We're going to be right back.
Bissell. And look at that recovery defense from Zabre, and look at that skill to beat Shaheen as well.
Still with Paxton. Paxton to toward Dagan. Dagan inside the 18-yard box. Dribbles away from 2, 3. Dagan! Goal for Brooklyn United!
Touch and hit. Low into that far post. What a strike from the Alloy man. Derek Ramirez gets Alloy on the board.
Charnas. Morales trying to get it in behind, and he is in behind. Atamengwe with a beautiful, delicate touch to open the scoring for Manhattan Celtic.
The hurdle comes through. Another tackle here from Bildy. Another tackle from him as well, a double time special.
Munoz just moves out to the right. Rio, just enough of a touch back heel. Cook Jr. could be a shot. Hurtado Gomes, 1-0. His 9th goal of the season for Tomas de Andrade Gomes.
Oh, now Campos. Campos is through. Diego Campos is around the keeper, and he scores for Galicia's first goal of the game. Diego Campos.
Rahi looking for the ball while he's in the left side position though. Pastrana gets past one with a cheeky little ball through the legs of the defender.
Harasabovic sends it long for Kurcic. He chests it down, has a shot over the head and into the net. What a goal! Incredible work to tie this game for Sanjak. It's level at 1.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized. And
a quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, But at Game and Frame, we know every player is unique and needs a personalized approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And welcome back here on Game in Frame. We are live from the LIU Brooklyn campus for this match in the US Youth Soccer National League North Atlantic Conference First Division between BKU, Brooklyn United's 2008 boys national team. They are in the white against Brentwood Premier in the black. Story of the first half, bookended by 2 goals in the first and last 30 seconds of the half, both by Brentwood, one in the middle as well. BKU equalized. Bruno Spompinato had the equalizer for just a moment before Brentwood took a 2-goal lead. BKU looking for a little more from the second half. Better organization to cancel out the Brentwood United attack. Led in no small part by this man, currently on the ball to get us started, the number 10. Brooklyn United will be attacking from the right to the left. And here comes a high press in a 4-2-4 shape. Over the top, Brentwood goes to try and test the back line with some pace. Emil Chingrilian, goalkeeper today for BKU's 2008 side. Cleans it up well, nodded on, and a good step here from BKU. At least they need to step. Ryszewski on the ball. Tries it himself though. Goalkeeper able to collect that one, but a good first test. That is a long ball. O'Brien gets on the end of it though. Shearder now. Up the line, Ryszewski Tries to clip it once again for himself and does. Ruszewski, really well done. Can Smith get on the end of it? No, but maintains space well to force an errant clearance. Really good start from BKU so far. Spampinato away. They want a foul, they won't get it. Spampinato too much on it, overcooked the cross, and will trickle out the far side for a Brentwood Premier throw. But still, encouraging stuff so far in the second half from BKU. So a throw here for Brentwood. They go at Shearder and earn some space. Chingrilian can't save the pass back. And just like that, momentum swings. Here is Brentwood. They want to take it early, won't get it. They give time for BKU to set up. Short option not there. Instead, they'll serve this one in towards the back stick. Doggart and Castellanos. Both of them getting their heads on the ball for another corner for Brentwood. This one to swing outwards. And it's clipped and really calmly collected by Chingrilian. Never troubled him there. Guess it went out first. Did seem like it might have. So Chingrilian can distribute if he can keep the ball from moving. That would be step one of a dead ball. BKU come out for the second half the same way they ended the first. Castellanos and O'Brien, your center defenders. Good step there by Doggart. Good distribution by O'Brien. Smith trails wide. Can't combine with Spampinato though. Sko, one of your starting fullbacks. Ooh, that was a tough touch there. Rolled over the ball. Did Waring. Meanwhile, the other way. And collected by Chingrilian. Yeah, Waring's going to need to walk that one off. Oh, just rolled over on his own knee. Tough. A little bit of hitch in his giddy up, but does signal to the sideline that he should be okay to play. So Chingrilian starts in goal with Castellanos and O'Brien in front of him. Shearder and Sko to either side in the midfield. Dagan Waring, Orson Doggart and Jedi Scott in the front line. Bruno Spampinato, Quinton Smith, and Asher Ruszewski. Controlled by the striker. Out of bounds for another throw. Given up for the long throw specialist here. Numbers moving well into the box. Knotted up by Castellanos. Ruszewski keeps it high. Sent back in. Otis O'Brien rises really well. Shearder can't knot it on the first time, does the second time. Waring a much more convincing clearance. Shearder a good step. Oh, I guess it's BKU's throw. And is Ruszewski. Good control. Really nice control by Ruszewski. If he can save this one as well, does so. Gets his own luck. Smith for Spampinato. Does he get around the center back? Oh, just a good vie for possession. Good contest. Maybe one more yard or so of field space, and Spampinato had that one. Ball through the lines. for the fullback on this near side. Really nice step by Sko. Can he keep it in? Nope.
Muévete, Diego, muévete, Diego. Muy parado, vamos. Muévelo, muévelo, muévelo.
Jedi Scott nods it on. Another throw for Brentwood. Into a wide open center of the park. Schurter to clean it up and finds Ruszewski. Back in for O'Brien. Schurter, Ruszewski. Great bit of possession in a tight area for BKU.
Panchito, come back, Panchito. Go back, Panchito.
Scott. Castellanos from O'Brien. For Spampanato, just a little bit overcommit his run. Through the middle now. Shot on. Right down Broadway for Chingrilian. Schurter. Crossfield ball. Quentin Smith over the shoulder. Oh, just got it. Did the Brentwood Premier fullback. Sko holding the play. Over the top they go. Castellanos lofts it back. Maintained inbounds. Foul called. Brentwood have free kick right around the midway point. Searching for their number 10, but Castellanos is there first. Ball batted around up in the air, ping-ponging football. Finally comes to Chingrilian. BKU had a fine run of form to start the second half. Can they find it once again? Woo-hoo. Real nice there from Jedi Scott. Flicked onward. Chingrilian. Oh! Nervy stuff there from the goalkeeper. Collects it in the end. To distribute and does so well. It's with Brentwood, but it's out of bounds. Sure to the throw. Waring with a man on. Cuts away. Now Waring, needing some sort of an option. Finds Smith. Smith, 2 good touches. Really nice touches they are. Wins a free kick right on the edge of the box. Catches the defense on their heels with outstretched feet. Always going to catch a clip on his way goalward. And now golden opportunity here for BKU to bring their way back into the match. Doggart favoring it. Scott walks away from it. Walks his way back towards it. But it does look like Orson Doggart to size this one up. A little bit of wind blowing in his direction. Doggart curls it. Doggart finds woodwork. Ruszewski a touch forward. Oh, goalkeeper has the skinny white best friend to thank for that one, because it was very nearly inch perfect from the center midfielder. Deflected by Chingerlian. One out of the air by Brentwood Premier. Shearder. Still Shearder. Tries to find Spampinato. Loses out the physical contest. Shearder gets it back though and loses out again on the physical contest, but it was just too much from the Brentwood center back. So free kick for BKU. Scott looked to get it moving quicker, but we will line this one up. Pass is just simply offline, and away goes the number 10 once again, but a really good sliding challenge from Otis O'Brien. Good defensive stand there. Corner is the result though. Service in. Met at the back post. Nothing doing though for Brentwood Premier. Follow-up corner now on this near side for Brentwood Premier. Just needed a touch of redirection. Service in. Falls in the box. Laid back for Brooklyn Premier, cross back into the box without any venom on it. Let's go. Doggart. Really nice ball. Quentin Smith now. Quentin Smith, oh, good touches. Magic, into the box. Goalkeeper, deflected. Bruno Spampinato just trickles over the line. And it will count. It will count for Spampinato. Quentin Smith, the magic maker. But it's Bruno Spampinato who gets to say, ta-da! Popped out in the box like a rabbit out of a hat. And once again smuggled over the line for BKU. Absolute blender of a 6-yard box. And that's a second for BKU, and how important it was to get the first goal here in the second half of action. Good take by Jedi Scott. A good turn by Smith. Smith barreling down. Spampinato, he's on his left foot. Does he try one across the face of goal? Yes, he does, and he wins a corner. Well, this is a glimmer of life from BKU that we have not seen since the first 30 seconds of the second half. Doggart lifts it. Otis O'Brien. Oh, he rose so well for that one. Just couldn't bring it down, though. So 2 from Spampinato, 1 more to get to bring them back towards parity. But they are on their way. Nodded right back into the center by O'Brien. Good battle for possession from Jedi Scott. Bruno Spampinato forces a clearance. Castellano nods it back. Good pressure from Ruszewski forces the mistake. Doggart. Still Doggart. Brentwood Premier come away with the ball, and a gap in the midfield is scouted by the number 10, but Jedi Scott recovers well. Waring pulled back. Got to play the advantage. Nope, never mind. Away with pace against Sko, who's done really well to recover. And throw in for BKU. Our assistant referee will Guess dissent is the call, and a red card. The number 19 from Brentwood Premier has been excused from the match from our center referee for dissent on the assistant. Well, we will clear this up as much as we are able. And a yellow card issued to another player, the number 7 from Brentwood Premier, for continuing to argue the call. And this is going from bad to worse for the visiting Brentwood Premier. Just is rubbing salt into the wound. And I know I did this ad read before, but if you need a little more salt in your life, head over to Salt Athletic, who have made the freshest and most advanced cleat bag. Bad timing, Diego, to do an ad read, but hey, there's the air case. It is the world's freshest and most advanced cleat bag on the market. And you can get yourself 10% off your order of the air case if you use the QR code at the bottom of your screen now. Let's get right back to live action, where Brentwood Premier, here in this second half of action, are down to 10 men following dissent on one of our assistant referees. Although, can they find something here? Down a man. No, Brooklyn United come away. Dagan Waring tests a long ball to cut through the lines. Can't find it. Ruszewski will get it on the follow-up. Quentin Smith has continued his run. Smith with a touch over his shoulder has some work to do and does it oh so well. Quentin Smith, the magic man, still holding up well, trying to get away just an inch of space, isn't able to. The battle for possession rages on. A late sliding challenge from the center back for Brentwood Premier. He will go into the book next. Eric Sko took a shot there. Back and forth we go. The far side. Suniga just making his way towards the center line just in case. Sko has remained down. Will receive some attention from the BKU coach. Looks like he's just needing a moment. He's not really grabbing at anything so far. So it does seem like he just needs a minute to recover from the crash. He has been really pivotal to BKU's resurgence here in this match, so it'd be tough to lose him. He is up, but does look a bit unsteady. Yeah, he's going to need to be replaced more than likely. Like for like swap, Jacob Suniga returns to the match. He also had a good defensive start to the match, dealing with a lot of pacey players on now this near side. So he will be reintroduced, which will bring about this dead ball standing over at R, Quentin Smith and Jedi Scott. Not a lot of numbers in the box for BKU. They go delicate. That's got to be a foul. Yep, they've worked their way to an even better opportunity. So this one a little more favorable. Substitution for Brentwood Premier. More than likely to be a defensive reinforcement, now down 10 men. Will be Orson Doggart once again. He'll put his first opportunity nearly inch perfect. Only the post to deny him. Is he able to find the sweet spot on this occasion. Staring down center. Orson Doggart, this one is just too high. Got it up and over the wall, beat the keeper, beat the goal as well. Into the 67th minute of action. And likely Brentwood will try ever so much to let as many seconds bleed by in the second half as is possible. Gamesmanship. This will be a long ball from the goalkeeper, more than likely. It's drilled into the center and won by Jedi Scott. Played on, Quentin Smith letting it trickle. Brentwood Premier won't, though. Throw deep in their own territory. Suniga to take this throw. Flicked on by Waring. Rushevsky, a diving header at it. Wants contact, won't get it. Goalkeeper controls. Plays this one high, looping and long. Castellanos wins it out of the air. Shearer's got some work to clean it up and does so. Jedi Scott. Good run into the middle by Suniga and a good turn as well. He's got to win that ball. Well, does well to keep the pressure on. Suniga. Woo! Foul on Suniga. There's going to be a yellow card for Quentin Smith. Perhaps for an earlier foul. So free kick for Brentwood Premier. With a little over 20 minutes to be played here in this second half. BKU down 3-2. Rushevsky continuing the high press, forcing them center where Otis O'Brien can win the ball. Doggart, Spampinato, oh, the recovering center back. Able to send the clearance away. Waring. Scott and Suniga. Wide for Smith. Little stutter step there. Smith catches some body. Still Smith though. Wins a corner. Scott to play this one. Oh! Otis O'Brien! Well, you could hear the connection from a mile away. It is the sweetest sound in all of football. It is the most perfect of strikes, of connections. And that is parity here. When it seemed to have cleared the danger area, when it seemed to have been trickling ever across the box, late breaking and popping out of nowhere, an absolute ghost in the machine was Otis O'Brien. Until he took a corporeal form, and boy, did he ever make the most of the opportunity. Momentum swinging. Spampinato off his chest. Another corner here. Brentwood Premier to be much wiser to the number 8 at the back of the box. But does that introduce a few more opportunities? Jedi Scott to serve it in once again. Oh, this time it was Doggart to rise for it. But a foul on Rushevsky against the goalkeeper. Puts this one right back in the 6. Well, introduced in the first half, Otis O'Brien as a substitute, and has been an absolute anchor for the back line since then. Now scoring the tying goal to bring BKU back into point scoring territory against a Brentwood Premier down a man. Shearder clips him on his run. He'll go into the book now. And that's more than a handful of BKU players now receiving a caution. If they're not careful, this one could be brought back to a different type of parity.
Niño, you gotta be careful.
Ball served in, collected by Chingrilian. Suniga searching for an option, looks for Spampinato, who has a leg out at it. Castellanos can't flick it on. Suniga gets there. Can't save it inbounds though. Favors his right foot. Long throw, Castellanos nods it high into the air. Dogger gets caught in the back. Fairly, says the referee. Nice from Castellanos to disguise it. And out for a goal kick, quickly taken for Shearder. Spampinato, a point to the sky. Waring in the mixer does well. Although this ball bouncing a little too unkindly for BKU. Castellanos back for Chingrilian. O'Brien. Still O'Brien. Lofts it. Spampinato maintains the press, but it's cleared away. Off the head of Castellanos, all the way back for Chingrilian. And out to Shearder. Oh, Waring, the pass is intercepted there. Foul called, no advantage to be played. Free kick for Brentwood Premier. Driven. Jedi Scott nods it away from the danger area. Throw in one by Brentwood Premier. Long throw, Castellanos. Doesn't take the chance, does concede the corner. More programming coming up here on Game in Frame for your Sunday. 2 matches at 8 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Richmond County FC in a red-hot run of form will take on Doxa. And the Pancyprian Freedoms will take on Kid Super Samba. Both matches at 8 p.m. here on Game in Frame, your home for grassroots sports. And I forgot to mention it, but at halftime, we do hope you enjoyed a look at our plays of the month. Those highlights, of course, up on our Instagram and our YouTube. Here is the corner. A push off. Is that going to be another card for dissent? Yes, it is. Castellanos quickly out, but unable to be kept in bounds by Suniga, just high. But they'll do it again, too quick for the referee. And we will play it again, because we gotta wait for the whistle. Oh, I think that card for dissent may have been another red. I'm counting 9 players in black shirts on the field here for Brentwood Premier. That would be an unbelievable turn of the script here. We've got some sorting out to do between the referee and the Brentwood Premier sideline. So it was another red card for Brentwood Premier. Didn't look like it from my angle. And a yellow card issued to the coach on the sidelines. So Brentwood Premier going into a 5 at the back. Maybe even 6 with 2 in front to try and hold shape, hold steady, and hold true to a point. There should, well, we'll see, you know, we've got permits to deal with, but here in the 79th minute of play, a little over 10 minutes on the clock, plus whatever our center referee will elect to, perhaps there's a second yellow, because it does look like it's the number 15. Who was on a caution. Is the referee just waiting for him to not be, to leave the sideline? I guess so. So the number 15 for Brentwood Premier excused from the match on a possibly a second yellow. Could even have been a straight red for dissent. And still we converse onward. So it will be the 9 men of Brentwood Premier defending like the 300 Spartans against the army of Xerxes. What does the final 10 minutes of this match have in store for us here at LIU? Well, we will likely find out. Mind you, we still have a free kick way at the back of the BKU build out to C2. Well, if there's any youth players in attendance for our stream here, let this be a lesson to keep your head, play the whistle, and don't talk to the refs. So BKU gets started here. They're going to push their lines about as high as they can go. Well, Brentwood, I mean, they're going to park the bus for lack of better terms. They've got a draw to defend here. The back line for BKU are going to be absolutely pressureless, more than likely. But that, is that going to invite some complacency in BKU? Castellanos Scott. Shearder trying to play it into the box. Ruszewski nods it back towards Spampinato. Clearance from Brentwood. That's about all they're going to hope to do here. Here is Brentwood. 2 against many. And you know what? They've just about been effective here. They've won a throw. Substitution here for Brentwood. Who even knows what the tactics are at this point? Dagan Waring comes away with the ball. Out for Suniga. Suniga picks his head up and has room to go. Cuts it back for Waring. Shearder on the far side with some space to operate. Finds it. Shearder into the box. Met by the center back first. Foul on Ruszewski. And Brentwood will take this opportunity to continue to let seconds strip by. Into the 83rd minute, 7 on our clocks, plus likely a few on the back end from our center referee, as he dealt with quite a bit this second half. High press from BKU. Really nice flick on by Doggart. Ball in for Smith. Smith tripping up over his own bit of dazzling stuff. Throw in here deep in Brentwood territory. Scott. Castellanos. Shearder in another pocket of space wide. Finds it. He has to recover it just a little bit. Shearder. Overcooked it a little bit. Goalkeeper kept it in smartly to let more seconds bleed by. We are ever so slowly careening towards the final few seconds. Really high ball for Castellanos. Nodded back. Suniga. Jedi Scott. And Shearder. I mean, this is like a training exercise. Smith. Good connection there with Waring. Smith. Even contest for the ball. Dagan Waring clears it. Here's some words between the two. Spampinato introducing himself, and this threatening to boil over, and you have got to keep your head when you are 2 men up. Well, that cleared up pretty quickly. Referee will bring Dagan Waring back. Well, the kettle is whistling, threatening to boil over here. Powder keg late in this match. In the meantime, throw for Brentwood. Sent long. And cleared by Brentwood. O'Brien can calmly send that one back to Chingrilian for Castellanos. Castellanos goes over the top. A little too much on it for Smith to get a play for it. Picked up by the goalkeeper. Likely to send it long and does. Real long. Whoa, catches all of that one. All the way back it'll go for Emil Chingralian. Out for Shearder. Suniga. Back into the middle for Scott. Shearder. Wide for Ruszewski. Ruszewski, oh, a brilliant turn. Ruszewski brought to ground, but nothing doing. There is contact on that one, though. Free kick for Brentwood Premier. 3 minutes and change by our clocks. I mean, BKU will feel good about the draw coming away with the point, like in a vacuum, but given everything that's gone on, they'll almost feel hard done by to not come away with all three. Lifted by Scott for Smith. It is inch perfect, but the winger does not get the touch on it. Oh, free kick there, cheaply given away by BKU. And they're going to take every chance they get, our Brentwood Premier, to stop the attack. Drilled forward, Otis O'Brien nods it right back to where it came from. Dagan Waring vying for possession. He'll come away with it as well. Suniga, Doggart. Wide for Shearder, pardon me. Shearder takes it wide. Shearder had options for it. Shearder brought to ground. Free kick for BKU. Jedi Scott will place it, will wait for the motion of Otis O'Brien. Is there another moment of magic from a dead ball for BKU? Nodded down and into the path of the number 10. Jedi Scott's going to come away with it, though. Another opportunity perhaps to send this one towards Otis O'Brien. Oh, doesn't connect well with all of it. Ruszewski tries to flick it back into the box. He'll send it back. Shearder. Waring. Waring away. Waring wide. Otis O'Brien tries one, lifts it. Ruszewski! Just a bit late to the ball. Just under it. Now in the 89th. 89 minutes on the clock. Substitution for Brentwood just to try and make more time expire. Also to bring some fresh legs into the defensive unit. Goalkeeper doesn't really catch all of that one, though. Suniga. Ball through the lines for Doggart. Looks for Ruszewski, gets it off his back. Well, he'll get it again. Is it going to fall for Spompanato? No, goalkeeper out to pick it up. Brentwood bending but not breaking so far. We remain at parity. Suniga to bring this one down and does so well. Scott. Back for Doggart. Smith to Dazzle. But a better step there. Suniga. We have a ball on the field that we need to take care of. It's gone. Waring. Scott. Scott from distance. Lines one up, laces it. Jedi Scott. Very nearly. Well, that should and does eclipse us past the 90-minute mark. So we will try, as we are able, to check in about how much time will be added on, if any. Our center referee will play us on. Jedi Scott for Suniga. Scott. Quentin Smith starts a run down this near side. Not there. O'Brien. Castellanos. Doggart turns for Spampinato. Turns inward. Doggart tries to get on the end of it. It'll fall out for Jedi Scott. Waring. Turning and twisting, dancing ever so delicately on the ball. Ball for Quentin Smith. Back for Dagan Waring. Does he line one up? No, tries to go himself. Suniga, does he stay on sides to get a ball? Perhaps to cross it in. Yes, he does. Suniga crosses it inward. Rushevsky, it's behind him. Ball cleared. Otis O'Brien, referee, a check of the watch. We play on. Castellanos. Oh, cannot connect with it in the middle. They've got to just force it forward unless Brentwood Premier can get the ball to their most dangerous player. Here he goes, the number 10. Great challenge by Otis O'Brien. Timed once again to old reliable in Yellowstone. BKU come away with the ball. Shearter cutting inward. Still Shearter on the ball. Battling for possession. Doggart feels the pressure, but that will do it. BKU and Brentwood. You know, who are you going to say survived that one? Because really it could have been either team. Gutsy performances from both. BKU will feel hard done by to not come away with the win. Brentwood Premier will feel hard done by events. But folks, we end the match on level footing, 3-3. Your final score. For those of you watching at home, exhale. It's going to do it for us here at Game and Frame. We'll check in with BKU if they should want a post-match interview, but we'll wrap it up in just a second either way. Stick around, folks. We're going to close this one out here at LIU.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division I programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Bissell. And look at that recovery defense from Sabre, and look at that skill to beat Shaheen as well.
Still with Paxton. Paxton to toward Dagan. Dagan inside the 18-yard box. Dribbles away from 2, 3. Dagan! Goal for Brooklyn United!
Touch and hit. Low into that far post. What a strike from the Alloy man. Derek Ramirez gets Alloy on the board.
Jonas.
And thank you for continuing to tune in here on Game in Frame. As you can see, we are not in front of the camera as of this moment. Word from the BKU sideline is that after a hard-fought match, best to just let the interview go, get on with the weekend, head home, and start the recovery process. So that will do it for us here at Game in Frame here on the LIU Athletic Field. We want to thank you so much for tuning in to this bit of Sunday morning into afternoon football. We want to thank Salt Athletic for their sponsorship of the broadcast. Folks, we got more Game in Frame coming up for you this evening at 8 p.m. in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. Head over to our Instagram for our full slate of weekly games, where you can also head over and book yourself a Game in Frame should you be so interested. Check us out on YouTube as well. We've got highlights. We've got all the best of the grassroots football world from New York and beyond. So make sure to check us out and tune in as we come to a field near you. That'll do it for the stream. Marlon behind the camera. Diego has been your commentator. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We're going to see you next time.